Hi everybody, this is Carolina. I'm an Emerald with It Works Global. I wanted to just talk to you guys a little bit about wrap parties. So they're so much fun. For everybody that has had wrap parties, you know how fun it is. And I know how scared it is to even think about having a wrap party if it's your first wrap party, and especially if you don't have your direct upline or anybody in the area to help you with the wrap party, like myself. My direct upline, she lives in a totally different across the country. And I didn't have anybody here, even around the area that was a distributor that I knew of when I first started. So, I went about looking up on YouTube I looked up rap parties, and then I looked up in the files in the group. And, in my group, well, my upline Jamie Clifford's group, aiming for ambassadors, there's a lot of files. There's a lot of some of the files I wrote them down because I didn't want to forget. It's like the online. There's actually an online virtual opportunity party if you want to do like an online party. There's a recruiting from parties, recruiting games, how to book tons of parties, party tips. There is a bunch of files that you can actually go through them and see what works for you. In my first rap party, I remember I was like so nervous. I can seriously say it was like a complete failure because I didn't have any business cards. I didn't have any blitz cards. I only had my business builder kit and I only had my wraps, and I didn't even have my measuring tape, and I only had the wraps and the saran wrap. So I did what I could. About 8 people, I think, said that they were gonna come, and they never showed up. Only about 2 people, and I was just like, oh, this is a complete failure. But that didn't stop me. I decided from that day forward that I was gonna look into what I needed. Sometimes you have to fail to see what you failed at and what you can improve on. So I decided to do my business cards and my blitz cards and make sure I was ready. And I saw different videos on YouTube of how people do their own rap parties. So what the rap parties are basically, they're fun, and a lot of people, especially if you're new, you're gonna tell yourself like, there's no way I'm gonna do rap parties. Before I started, um, a lot of people, well, I read about rap parties. I was like, rap parties like presentations. I was like, there's no way. There is no way I'm gonna do rap parties. Yeah, maybe I'll just sell them on the side, and I won't have any rap parties, and I'll do my business that way. Wrong. Okay, so you need to get out there and do rap parties. It's like a must, even as scary as it sounds. Okay, I always said I would never do that. Okay, but never say never. Um, so if you think about it this way, you're nervous because you're gonna be doing the presentation to the people that are at the party. But guess what? When you get there and you have a sign-in sheet form, which I will let you guys know where you can get it. That looks kind of like this. People sign in, and you have a couple of like before and after pictures, and like some blitz cards and stuff. Like when they enter at the house, wherever, if you're hosting your own party, that's what you should do. And as they sign in, you're talking, you're chatting with the people that are coming in, etc. And then you're gonna start individually wrapping the first person that's on the list and stuff. When you get into, I like to call it the 3-stage approach. The first stage is basically the entrance. Like when you enter, you greet them, and if you're doing this at somebody else's house, you want to make sure that you're there first, with the person that's, the hostess, and, talk to her a little bit, or him, and, just, get to know the person, get comfortable. And then when the people start coming in, you start, you introduce yourself, you start talking to them a little bit by little, and then you start, like, immediately wrapping them, right? So my second station, as I call it, is the room. The room or the restroom or the place that is private, where we can be able to wrap the people and or the guests and so there I have my wrap, I have my saran wrap, I have scissors, I have my measuring tape, and if you want to, it's not necessary, but I like to have extra clipboards. You can get them at the dollar store. You don't have to get the My It Works one, but and then on there I have a catalog. I have the customer form, and um, and in that room too, I will let you guys know where to get this. It's actually on a site called JourneyToDiamond.com, and I can give you the password and the login after this if you want to comment below. But you get one of these measuring cards. I have that on my second station that I call it, and so when you get to the second station, you're practically talking to that person. So let's say Sally comes in, and I tell her, hey, this is how are you doing? Are you ready to wrap? And then I look at my clipboard, and it actually says where they would like to wrap, where they would like to wrap in. And let's say she says, she wants the tummy. Okay, well, I explained to her a little bit, just quickly, about what the wrap is. And if you have this lanyard on, you can show it to her and just read off of it really quickly. The Blitz card, just basically read off the Blitz card. And, yeah, she will ask one or two questions, and then just let her know, okay, so I'm going to take your before and after picture, and but I would need your phone because I personally don't like to take pictures on my phone because they think that I might use their pictures. So I want them to feel comfortable. So I tell them, well, let me see your phone or your camera, etc. And they do, and I take their before and after picture. I measure them. I definitely ask them if they have any lotions, any oils, any creams, or anything like that. If they wash their tummy before with warm water before coming, I usually let the hostess know of the what to do before. Um, that way the guests come ready, like wearing comfortable clothes, and etc. Bringing their phone for their photo and stuff like that. So that's what I do. And if they say no, there's nothing, okay, well then I apply the wrap. I apply the saran wrap, and I give her the clipboard with all the stuff. I even give her the measuring card to keep so she can give it back to me when after the presentation. So I sent her to station three. Station three, that's where I do my presentation. I like to sit down in their level. I hate standing up because I feel like I'm really actually doing a presentation. Um, so as they're coming into station two, I am already developing a relationship with them. And if you think about it, it's not that nerve wracking anymore because you're actually invading their space. You're actually looking at their problem area that you're gonna fix, well, at least help with, and they're showing you, and so you build this little relationship with them, so it doesn't become that nerve wracking when you get into station three, and that's when you bring in the party pad, and the party pad, it comes in your kit, and that's basically your presentation. You just go through the party pad, and like I mentioned before, if you go in your eSuite and you go under documents, there's party pad notes. Basically it's all there laid out for you. You can practice in the mirror. You can practice videotaping yourself. You can practice at home with your family, just going through the party pad. You make sure the guests get the water right after they apply the wrap, and keep drinking water when you're going in through that party pad. When you're almost at the middle, just make sure you drink your water. So because then they're so attentive listening to you that they forget to drink their water. Okay. So basically that's what a wrap party is. And you make it fun. When you get to a section about the party pad, so for instance, the party pad person tells you this is what it is, this is what it does, and this is how it works, and you get to the loyal customer part, and then when you get to the packet, I like to include the fat fighters, and I like to include the greens. Now, I do the Fat Fighter demo. If you don't know what that is, look it up on YouTube. It's called Fat Fighter demo, and you will learn how to do it and visually, like right there and there with the person. All you need is water, oil, and the fat fighters. And then the greens, I like to have samples, like little cups you can get at the dollar store. And when you start talking about the greens, you can just, give samples to your guests. And, just basically you're telling them about the product. It's not as difficult as you make it seem at first or before you even have a wrap party. But that's how the party pad section third station works. And my other tip is if you had applied a face wrap and a body wrap before on yourself, or even if you had a wrap party before or someone that wrapped before, don't throw that wrap away. Wash it really well and use it as a dry wrap. So when you're explaining it to people, you can actually use one that's dried and you can show it to them. And it's also good to carry it in your purse. I like to carry it into an actual box of wraps and I put them inside. And so when someone's like, well, what is this wrap? Because when I show them the Blitz card, yeah, it kind of shows you what it is, but not really visually. So I just pop it out and I show it to them. It's a, woven cloth wrap. So they know and they see it. So that's my other tip. But yeah, so after the three station approach, all you do is just put them back into station two, and you talk to them and you tell them what amazing results that they had, and if they would like to become a loyal customer or a distributor. That's basically what I ask them, and most of the time they sign up either for a loyal or a distributor. And you just don't make it hard. Work with what you got. If you don't have the greens or the fat fighters or anything like that, just work with what you got. But it's a learning process. It is. But just watch videos and um, ask your upline for questions. And also another tip is before they go to the station two, like after you did the presentation, make sure they go to the restroom at least once. Okay. So that's another tip. Sorry. And let me see, because I wrote some stuff down. I don't want to forget. Uh, yeah. So just that's basically what a wrap party is. And you're at the end you can offer them to help them to sign up as a loyal customer, and through your phone or through their phone or as a distributor. Smile a lot. Have fun with it. It's all about having fun with it. Because if you're all tense and like really really nervous, I mean it's okay to be nervous, but if you they won't know if you mess up. If you say something wrong, just correct yourself real quick. They won't know it because this is all new to them. Okay? So don't be nervous about wrap parties and just work with what you got. Smile, believe in the product, and just set your mind into that mind mode that you can do this. And it would come easy peasy. Remember what I told you though. Remember what I told you about, you're invading their space, you're building a relationship with them. So the presentation part is easier than you think. Okay? So if you guys have any questions, just let me know. I will, on the comments, I will put like where I got the sign-in sheets and the measuring thing. Like I said, it's from journeytodiamond.com, and I will give you the login and the password and all that. But so those are a little bit of my tips. Hopefully this wasn't too long, but If you guys have any other questions at all, let me know and I'm here for you. Bye bye.